All right, good evening and welcome to Off the Court with me, Winston Mavoro. Apologies for starting a little bit late. I was trying desperately hard to make sure that the network connection is seamless, something that we always struggle with anyway. But irrespective of what happens, we do get to talk basketball. And this is Off the Court, your basketball show specifically designed to talk about things that are happening within the basketball court, local and international. And remember, the purpose of the show is always to be able to discuss basketball constructively with the purpose of building and not destroying. This evening is a very special evening because I'm joined by people that are actively involved in the running of basketball, and this show has come at the right time where we are going to be looking at some of the things that have just happened in the just ended season, and of course looking at the successes of the season, some of the important milestones that have been achieved in the season. As you can see on the screen, it's a full house. I've got Malanga Mumba all the way from the Copperbelt. He is the General Secretary of the Copperbelt Basketball Association, joining me here, a regular on this particular show, a man who always comes through whenever we reach out to him. So we need to give him his flowers and, of course, just show appreciation. You're welcome, my brother, and thank you for joining us this evening.
Thank you. No black roses, huh? No black roses.
And yeah, so whoever, anyway, I know that people are watching right now, they're getting the hints. I also have the president himself for the Midlands Association. I know he calls himself chairman, but me, I always refer to him as the president. It's always easy to get away with president. You can insult the president. There's nothing he can do. He's your president. After all, you elected him. He's your leader. So I've got the president from the Midlands Basketball Association, Council Lubosieta, joining us this evening just to be able to talk to us about the just ended season. And of course, give us some hints of what to expect in the coming season. And I've got also another character that, unfortunately, I don't know why he's not turning on his video so that people can see themselves who this person is. But this is no other than Milken is here with us. So it's a full house, ladies and gentlemen. It's a full house. And another person that will be joining us later on is the person that you saw on the poster, whom people were asking whether he's a coach or a basketball administrator. How many hats is he wearing? What exactly is he? This is no other than Harry Chansa. So right now, as I talk to you, he's apparently just, arriving home from training with this team that have a big match tomorrow. So he'll be setting up, and before long, he will be joining us, and we'll have the conversation this evening. But these, ladies and gentlemen, are your panelists for this evening. So if you have a question, comment, or contribution, feel free to be able to drop that comment on the Facebook Live where this particular show is airing. And you can also drop your comments on the YouTube platform where this show, yet again, is streaming. Those of you that are fans of Twitter and don't like to, interact so much with YouTube or Facebook, you can be able to catch this particular broadcast on my Twitter page as well under the handle Winston Mavoro, or under the handle Sultan. You can type Sultan or at Mavoro Winston. You'll be able to catch and comment on this particular platform that we are doing. So this evening we are looking or trying to review the season, and I will start the conversation first and foremost with my president. I'll be a little bit biased. Sorry, Mulo. I'm going to start with my president. How would you describe, the 2024 basketball season? President Lubosieta, over to you.
Hi, Wendy. Thanks for having me as usual. Well, I think the best definition of this season would be a roller coaster season. It's one of those seasons where teams have really improved and teams have really brought it, or the A game, if I can put it that way. And as you can look at if you can see at the league table itself, top four has never been this competitive in a long time, where teams don't even know whether they'll make it or not, which is a testament to the fact that people are competing and everybody wants to make top four. So I think in summary, I think it's good to say that the season has been not short of surprises, and we're happy that it happened this way. And we're looking forward to the conclusion of the season by this weekend. So I think to sum it all off, it's been a very interesting season so far.
Interesting there from the president himself, Lubosi. Now coming to Mulo, all the way from the Commonwealth Basketball Association, how would you describe the season?
The season was good and bad. Good in the ironic sense that we were able to complete our league on time and before the rains, especially that we don't have an indoor basketball facility. Then bad in the sense that we could not maintain a full league fixture for the females. We ended up only finishing with 3 teams from the 6 that we were supposed to have. So that was a downside on what we had. In terms of competitiveness, it was a good season. The top 4 was competitive until the last day. The league was won on the last day, and other positions up to 4th were filled on the last day. So it was a good and bad season at the same time. It was an okay season.
I love the fact that it was very competitive, and as you mentioned, that games, the competition was actually very stiff, and the league had to be won on the very last day, and I think for me that's one of the things that we would always and would gladly love to hear about this thing. Coming to you, President Lubosi, what would you describe as some of the positives that we experienced this particular season?
Well, some of the positives I would say, obviously, it's good to see. Well, generally, I'll talk about the whole season, including all the affiliates from clubs, from referees, from coaches. So some of the positives I would say from when you look at the clubs, it's the fact that the clubs are paying attention to technicality, the fact that the clubs are understanding that they have to actually up their game to compete on the bigger stage. And it's good to see clubs willing to incorporate talent from across the world, so as to improve our own standards here. It was good to see from the coaches' side, to see coaches being very technical, being able to execute plans and move forward. And that is what you need, especially when you go out there. It can't end just at the players. The coach also needs to be, on top of their game as well. It was good to see the referees. The referees are bringing in the younger ones. They are grooming the younger ones, So it's always good to have continuity in terms of the senior referees, the junior referees, and it's good to see the lady referees as well coming in that vein as well. So I think the positives really come in under those particular aspects. It's very difficult to go into details, but I can simply say that from the coaches to the clubs to the players themselves. Let me not even take away from the players. The players themselves are really talented. I mean, in our time, it was it was one of those types of basketball, pass, and you're gone. But the players now they really have the skill, So it's good to see them showcase the skills. It's good to see the young ones coming up and taking over from the old guards. And I think in general, in summary, I think across the board, all stakeholders, the season showed that, okay, it is not static and we are moving in the right direction. So for those things I mentioned, those for me were the highlights of the season.
Okay, let's go over to Mulo. Mulo, all the way from the Commonwealth. What were some of the key positives that you can draw from the just ended season?
This question's answers are like a mirror of Lusaka. One, the introduction of a female referee. Pascalina did quite well. I think this was her first season with us. She did quite well. Secondly, the competitiveness of the top four. I think just knowing that the league had to go to the last day showed how competitive the teams were, when only you find that the top two teams had only lost 2 games. You know, it really showed testament that there was really some hard work that was put in. So on a technical aspect, we've had some young coaches coming up. We've seen some good things, especially in the B League, where we had another team go through the entire season without losing. That was Rwansha Eagles. Kudos to Coach Kandala. It showed the technicality, he still got it. And then we had a team that has gone through a lot, which is Kalewa. They were once in the Super League, but now this coming season, they'll be back. They fought their way back. Coach Amy, kudos to him. So it was a good season. It has been a good season that we managed to manage the league to end well, to start well and end well. So it has been quite a very good season.
Hey, interesting there. So already the comment section is getting very active, and you can see already that, you know, people people can't wait but to interact with you guys, and that's the more reason why we have you, and I must commend you for coming through. President Lubosi, what is your committee doing to upskill the technical part of the league, i.e. referees and table officials? So that question is coming all the way from Kuda. So Kuda would like to know what you are doing specifically to be able to upskill the technical part of the league. We are talking about referees, and take on that one.
Thanks, Kuda. Hi. Regarding that question, it's a very good question. Firstly, just to point out for everybody else, our referees on table.
Are you able to hear me, President Lubos?
I can. Can you get me now? Hello? Hi, can you get me?
Are you able to hear me?
I can. Can you hear me? Hello? Can you hear me?
Watson, I think you're the only one who can't hear him, because I can hear him very clearly.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
You can get me now?
I can hear you. Yes.
I think the problem is Harry. He's taken up a lot of bandwidth. He's just come on, and all of a sudden we can't get to hear ourselves.
Well done, Harry, and welcome.
Imagine, you know, this guy comes with confusion. But anyway.
Yes.
Thank you, Molo.
But anyway, please, we can hear you loud and clear. So just go ahead. Just go ahead. We can hear you.
Yes. No, I just want, before I answer that question, I think I just wanted to just highlight the structure. So the referees and table officials fall under an association, the Association of Referees, as they stand. So they do have their own internal guidelines on how they need to up their skill set as well. However, as the association as well, we usually tend to have clinics at the beginning of the season, so that referees are up to date in terms of the latest rules, obviously polishing up a few things here and there. We make sure that the technical part is actually up to date. We could do better. Obviously, sometimes some of these things are all financial. If we had our way and finances were allowing, would obviously prefer having clinics beginning of the season, something mid-season, and so forth. So from our side, what we do so far is merely clinics. We can do better, but like I said, it's in conjunction with the Referees Association as well. So I do know they equally have their own initiatives that do occur, which we encourage as well. But in the end, we still want to just upmarket and rather improve in terms of standards, people we bring in terms of clinics to come and impart their knowledge. And also we encourage the senior referees to really instill a bit more of their knowledge on the younger ones. So far, that's where we are, just a set of clinics here and there, but we intend to improve on that. I'm not too sure whether you could hear me, Wendy. Can you hear me?
Wendy has issues.
I think so too. I really do think so too.
Yeah.
As the host. No, let's wait for him.
Let's just take over the show, man. Let's just take over the show. Come on, man.
I can see Harry. Harry will definitely do a good job.
Where is Mr. Mavoro?
Yeah, that's what you see? Let's just take over the show. Let's just change this. Huh? Guys.
Molo, how are you?
I'm all right, brother. How you doing?
I'm okay.
Yeah.
How's the Copper Belt?
It's fine. It's raining right now. So I couldn't even practice for you today. Shame.
Yeah, it better continue raining.
Yeah,
And it
yeah.
should, and it should not rain.
We are farmers. That's a small issue. As we play in the rain, I don't know about you guys. Remember when we were growing up, when Fula Isa, Tuangarina Mainsa, we're used to that.
Okay. So maybe in the absence of Winston Mavoro, we should continue with the show.
Exactly. My thoughts exactly.
Yes. I know Mr. Yeta was responding to comments from Kuda. What do you have to say from your end as a General Secretary of the Copper Belt Association?
I think Kuda has mentioned, is asking me what happened to Ndola takers and Ndola nets.
Yes.
Something simple happened because of manpower in terms of players, their commitments. So the team ended up merging and they called themselves Ndola Titans. So they managed to survive the league. They're still in the Super League. So they're now called Ndola Titans. If you go to the rumor mill, there are some rumors that are saying that maybe they might go back to their old names. They might split again, but that is just a rumor. But they are now called Titans.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe I should also take this opportunity, since Wendy is still figuring out his internet issues. We are looking at the just ended league on the Copper Belt. What would be your highlights in terms of your success in running the league and your challenges?
You know I've answered that already, eh? You were late.
Oh, you have?
Late comer.
I am late.
Yes.
Being late is not a good thing.
Exactly.
It's not.
It happens. It happens.
Okay. Maybe, was it also answered by MBA?
Yes, it was. We're waiting for you to tell us whether you're here as a coach or as an administrator. What were your positives of the end of season?
I'm here as a basketball lover who wants to.
Okay, Mr. Basketball lover. What were your highlights of the season?
The highlights of the season.
Yeah.
Well, I'm here to have more questions than answers.
Your questions are to who? The two of us or to Wendy?
The questions are for MBA as well as CBA.
Shoot.
Yes, in terms of how the two associations have run the league, the just ended league on the Copper Belt, and the league which is about to end in Midlands Basketball Association. My questions. Hello?
Go on, your questions.
Yep.
Okay, so my questions from the Copper Belt, I would want to find out how you handled the issues of transfers, because everyone knows, everyone is aware that there have been a lot of movements
Come on,
between
David. It's not a bundle issue. It's just
oh,
It's
he's
like a
back.
phone you're using.
my word. I don't know
So-
what's up with the internet today,
Oh, so
guys.
Wendy,
I
it's
don't know
like a
what's up
phone
with the
you're using.
internet today, guys. Ish.
So in your absence, we took over the show.
And we've had so many viewers after you left. You just come on, viewers are dropping off. Wendy, come on, man.
Yes.
Now
So
I
my
can't see
question
my
to
guests.
CBA.
You
So
see,
my
he's
question
now
to
blind.
CBA.
But can you hear us?
Now I cannot see my
Um,
guests. Okay.
Okay.
Let me try to restart
Harry,
this thing so that we can try and have a